Alright, we're back with zombie theories, or let's talk talk about zombies part 2 with our buddy Derek! That guy! Cocaine! No. Yeah, what you sipping? He's sipping on that coke.
It's not coke.
Alright, now where did we leave off last for let's talk about zombies? Let's see, what was it? I think it was something about zombies, if they can survive headshots, we're screwed. So let's start off right there.
A zombie is an organism that if it pertains or obtains a certain amount of superhuman strength, more so along the lines of let me go back.
Category.
If the zombie, this theory only works if the zombie is infected by a virus or parasite. It's more likely to survive headshots, seeing as the parasite more so would
probably be lodged within the chest, probably something like that.
Most likely be attached to the spinal column. Has full control over the nervous system from there. It wouldn't need the brain.
Pull a Dead Space and just take over the head with the body. It'd be awesome. Poor Isaac.
If it's a virus, it may or may not need the brain, more so to use the nervous system. But this theory only works with parasite itself. Either a natural reanimation or a viral reanimation, or if wizards and magic actually existed, that type of reanimation, then even with the magical one, there might be a chance that the
black powder zombie
can survive headshots. So really what you're looking at here is nothing more than random chance. If it's a parasite or black magic, then the zombie most likely can survive headshots. If it's a virus or a natural reanimation, then the chances are very slim. They'll most likely go down in one headshot at least.
You can get over there and Resident Evil their ass with a knife. Yeah, boy, get some dead.
Other than that, majority of the zombies will usually go down with a
trusty old boomstick,
force, trauma, head wounds. Basically, the majority of the part is really aimed for the head, no matter what, in any situation. But I digress. If you do come in contact with a parasitic or black magic, then you're going to have to not just destroy the head, but you're going to have to destroy the whole being itself.
It's kind of like this light it on fire once its head's gone, if it doesn't move for a while. And supposedly, like if it's a parasite or a black magic, or voodoo zombie as some people would call it, and you remove the head or take a headshot and it stays down for a bit, but it comes back up eventually. But you'd probably suggest to light it on fire, that way it like incinerates itself or something. Something like that, like kind of like in first Resident Evil game, like if you don't want Crimson Heads to come after your ass.
Well, you're just stepping into a whole new spectrum. If it's something that goes down, but then it somehow reanimates itself, then we're looking at a whole new ball game here. It's not just headshots and bonfires. It's more so just straight up destroying it. It's very
obliterating.
Talking about limb from limb, destroying it piece by piece.
Alright, so that's helpful.
And if you did a cremation, you'd have to stick with the body until it became nothing but ashes. You couldn't just walk off. Something could happen, the fire could go out, or
the bitch could get back up and try to grab you while it's on fire.
I guess.
Right, here about some questions for you. Alright, it's a situations what if questions. Alright. You just survived an outbreak. You make it to a house that has weapons stashed in it. No particular reason. Might have been owned by an ex-army person.
Or you
now,
became the luckiest son of a bitch on the face of the planet.
You have 4 weapons on the table in front of you. You have the handgun, 9mm. Shotgun, not sawed off, standard issue, pump. Then you have the assault rifle, M16. And then you have this sniper rifle. I can't figure out a name for that.
Well,
what would you choose?
And it's in a zombie situation such as that, I mean, guns are always considered for the proper situation. I mean, let's say close quarters, shotgun or pistol. Pistol, you have to take aim direct shots at the head. Shotgun, mid chest. That way you can get a good spread, either decapitation or destroy the head up. And even then, at a good medium distance, the spread might take out more than one. For medium to long range, the M16 with a few choice shots of headshots. I mean, close quarters, the M16 is just a little...
useless?
Not useless, it's just more so just overbearing. I mean, at a close quarters combat with an M16, it's kind of hard to wield, let's just say that. Now the sniper rifle, for instance, is not good for close quarters combat. Maybe semi-auto, but
blow the hell out of someone with the bottom of that thing.
A sniper rifle is best suited for long-distance defensive, protect the house,
barricade kind of thing.
Or if the situation calls for it, storm the house. But it's only good at long range. If you get to a situation where they come between I'd say 100 yards, 50 yards maybe, then it's time to switch to the M16. Better fire rate, quicker handling. But in situations where they come into 20 yards or closer, that's where we switch to our mid to long range. You could probably still use the M16 there, but I would probably switch to a shotgun. At that distance, the spread, even though it would be a little wider, if you're using buck or slugs, which of course there wouldn't be very much spread with a slug, you would still have very good chances of killing multiple zombies with one shot. It's all about situation. Whatever, hey, it's all about situation. Whatever pertains to the situation.
Okay, question number 2. Returning to the outbreak question I just asked, like a minute or two earlier, you have 4 choices to places you can go. You can stay at your home, but you live in a very big city. You live in a very, very big city, not like New York big, I don't know, Chicago big. You can either stay at your home, barricade up, and try to defend your home. You can go to a school. The school has big giant ass doors that could probably keep out zombies, and it's a 2nd-story school. Then you can go to the mall. That might be a good place. You can barricade things, but then that might be too many things. Or, of course, the retard choice, the hospital. What would you go to?
Well, here's the thing. I wouldn't stay at home, unless, of course, you had planned for this situation long ago. Unless, of course, you stocked up on provisions, ammunition, medical supplies, and have a good reinforcement for when you have to barricade. But if it's an all of a sudden, random chance,
yeah, all of a sudden outbreak,
I wouldn't stay in the house. Of course, if of course you had
prepared yourself for it.
The hospital, wonderful place to get medical supplies. Problem is, it's usually where the dead people are, anyways. So
you better pull an inning and get out there.
Why go to a graveyard or a hospital? People are dying or dead there. It's not a pretty scene.
Well, people do need medication, and bandages, but you would have to be careful there.
A school, not really choice place. For one, there's very little medical you could get there. For 2, if they do have a fresh shipment of government food, you could probably survive on that shit for, I'd say, probably about a month. Maybe a month. Maybe. Well, then again, it depends on how many people you have too. If it's a large school,
large school, big ass school with big giant ass doors.
And they just got a shipment, which you'd have to be lucky as fuck. You could probably survive there for, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, depending on how perishable the food is.
And if little fuckers don't grab you.
And of course, if you can barricade the school properly.